I'm Brian Van from SportbikeTrackGear.com, and today we're going to talk about helmet fit and selecting the right size helmet. First off, it's really important that a helmet fits properly so it can do its job. Its primary job is to manage energy in an impact. It's an energy management system. If the helmet's too big, it's not going to be able to do that effectively. Another byproduct of having an ill-fitting helmet, one that's too large, is it's going to be a lot noisier than a helmet that fits properly. And the reason for that is it's just not going to seal right around the neck roll area, so you're going to have a lot more road noise. The first things that you need to do, actually the first thing you need to do when you're getting ready to order a brand new helmet, is take a measurement. Don't just look at the current helmet you have and just, hey, I'm just going to order a medium because I had a medium in this one that I bought 8 years ago. Take the time to take a measurement. The best way to do it is with a cloth tape like this one. This is the Arai measuring tape. It's an awesome tool. We've got them in the showroom. Not everyone's going to have this at home. If you don't have this, like a cloth sewing tape is going to be a great way to go. Truth be told, a lot of people probably don't have that. Most people, when we have a tape measure, it's a tape measure that looks a lot like this. Wrapping this around your head, it's not really going to work. What you can do is you can use a string, a shoelace, right? Mark it, stretch it out, compare it against the tape measure, and get your measurement, because it's really important that the measurement is accurate. You're going to take the measurement more than one time. We're going to show you where the tape should be and how to do it in just a minute, but do it more than once until you find the biggest measurement. Next up is head shape. We have essentially 3 different head forms that we've identified. The first and most common, especially here in North America, is going to be the intermediate oval head shape. What we have there is it is slightly longer front to back than it is side to side. The next head shape is going to be long oval. Long oval is longer front to back and a little narrower side to side than what we see with the intermediate oval. The last one, and this one's really not as common, it's going to be the round oval, where the head shape is noticeably rounder than the first 2 that we talked about. Head shape, without a doubt, influences the way that a helmet fits. So, especially when you're ordering from a place like us that really has a lot of product knowledge, get the measurement, right? The head shape, look at it. If you're pretty much an intermediate oval, right, like we showed you on that graphic, odds are most of the helmets that we're offering at this point are going to fit you pretty well, because the companies really drive the fit right more at that more intermediate ovalish shape. So if you're that head form, you're going to be good to go. Just take the measurement. If you know you're round oval or extremely long oval, give us a call, shoot us an email. We're going to help point you in the right direction to help get you a good, comfortable, safe fitting helmet. Okay, we pulled Josh out of his office, and we're going to use him as our test subject today to show you how to first identify the head form and then take a proper measurement to choose the right size helmet. First thing, you look at Josh, right? Clearly not round oval. He's definitely longer front to back than he is side to side. I would put him right in between the intermediate oval and the long oval. He's not overly narrow, right? So he's going to fit well in most of the common helmets that we're offering at this point. He doesn't need any real special head form to get a good, comfortable fit. So the next step is going to be taking the measurement. We're lucky, of course, we've got the Arai measuring tapes here, nice cloth tape. We're going to go ahead and go just above the eyebrows. Remember, the goal is to get the measurement at the biggest possible point. Got him dead at 56 centimeters. One of the things you want to avoid doing is in the back, don't let the tape dip excessively low or excessively high. You want to try and keep it fairly level. Don't go to either of the extremes. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do this again. Just make sure we've got a good, accurate measurement. There I've got him just a little bit over 56. and there again pretty much right at 56 centimeters. Using the Bell helmet size chart, size small is 55 through 56 centimeters. Size medium is 57 through 58 centimeters. For Josh, based on his head shape and the measurements that we achieved, I would recommend for Josh a size small. Okay, in just a second, we're going to have Josh put on the size small in the Bell Star. We're going to see what type of fit. Remember, we've identified his head shape, okay, and we've taken a measurement, so we're going to recommend for him a size small. But what I want to talk about right now is the right way to put a motorcycle helmet on. I realize on the surface that seems ridiculous. You're like, it's like a hat, you just pull it over. But think about it for a second, right? And we see a lot of folks when they come in and try them on premises here, right, in the shop, you'll see them gravitate towards helmets that are too big because they're easier to get on. And one of the biggest reasons they're easier to get on is they're just not putting them on right. Think about it. The helmet, in order to be quiet, it needs to be tight fitting down here at the bottom around the neck roll, right? If the helmet's too big and there's too much space down here, it's going to have a lot of wind intrusion. You're going to have excessive road noise. You don't want that, okay? Remember too, the way your head's shaped, right? You have to get the smallest part of the helmet here, the opening, over the thickest part of your head, which is going to be just above the eyebrows. The easiest way to do that is you grab both retention straps like this and spread it apart a little bit, right? It's going to spread the cheek pads apart. You tip it and you pull it down like so over the top of your head. If you want to go ahead and show them that, Josh, with the size small that we've recommended for you. You can clearly see that it took a little bit of effort in order for Josh to get that on. How does the helmet feel on your head?
The helmet feels like it actually contours the top of my head perfectly. It's snug, not too tight, just snug. And it's also snug in the cheeks. Just puckers them up just a little bit.
Do you feel any pressure points?
Nope.
Inside?
Feels like it fits perfect.
And that right there really is the key. You don't want to have any real focused pressure points. Remember, a helmet is a lot like a pair of boots. A lot of us as riders, you bought a new pair of boots, and you know when they're brand new on day one, you know, they're a little snug, right? They need to break in a little bit. They need to wear in. A helmet's a lot like that. Not only is the padding inside the helmet, but remember the EPS too, the foam, the real energy management system inside that helmet. That stuff will contour to the shape of your head as you wear the helmet for a little bit. So it's important that on day one you have a fit like this that is good and snug. If you would please snug that helmet up with the retention strap. Now there's a couple things we want to do to verify the fit of the helmet, right? We want to see if we're able to lift it off, and you notice when I'm lifting that up right here, if you look at his forehead, you can see the skin on his face is moving with the helmet. The helmet really has him captured. Front to back, you want to see if you have any real motion there. You don't. Can you get your fingers in between the top pad?
No, I cannot.
Okay, so you've got a good fit there. The last thing that we want to do is the roll-off test, okay, and that is he's got the helmet strapped up. We're going to grab the helmet here, and you can do this yourself. You grab it at the back, and we're going to try and roll this helmet right off the top of his head. And you can see here, this helmet is not really rolling very far forward. I would say this size small fits Josh perfectly. Okay, now we're going to go to the size medium. Same helmet, right? Bell Star. Josh is going to throw that on. See how easy it goes over. A lot easier than the small. It's pretty comfortable though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's real loose.
You want to go ahead and strap the helmet up. And you could see how easy that helmet moved on Josh's head. At the end of the day, this helmet's going to produce more road noise. When the cheek pads and the top pad break in, it's going to move around even more on his head. If you want to grab the chin bar and kind of display to them how much it moves around, can you slide your fingers between the top pad? This time he can get his fingers in easily, and now the roll off. If I grab it from the back, I mean, look what a difference with the medium as compared to the small. We're going to take this one step further because remember, like I told you, one of the most common things we see is people buying helmets that are just way too big. And Josh is going to go with a large. No, there's tons of movement this time. Let's go ahead and strap that up. I bet you it's pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even feel like I got a helmet on my head. It feels more like I'm laying my head on a pillow.
But the performance of this helmet is going to be dramatically compromised because it's ill-fitting. It's just too large. It's going to produce a ton of noise because of the air intrusion down here. And if Josh gets into an accident with this, it can't work on anywhere near the same level that that size small could. Now let's go ahead and let's do a roll-off test with a large. I mean, that's almost the same as the medium, maybe a little worse. The thing just completely rotates forward, where the small, with that same effort, barely rotated forward at all. Okay, so to wrap this up, you've decided you're ready for your next motorcycle helmet. What are we going to do first? First thing you're going to do, look in the mirror and just try and get an idea of which head shape you are closest to. We've got the intermediate oval, right, which is longer front to back than side to side. We've got the long oval, which is noticeably narrower in the center. And then we have the round oval, which is clearly rounder than the first two we mentioned. Realistically, most people at this point are going to be more in that intermediate, maybe lean just a little bit towards the long oval. That's what we see most common. And realistically, most helmets at this point for this market here in North America, they're driven mostly towards that oval, that intermediate oval head form. The next thing you want to do is you want to take a measurement. Okay, we showed you how to do that. If you have a helmet measuring tape, that's great. If you got a sewing tape, cloth tape, that's great. If not, don't be afraid. Shoelace, piece of string, and a standard tape measure, it's going to get you where you need to be. Get a good accurate measure. Make sure that, say, this is the front of your head and this is the back. Don't overly skew the tape low or high. You want to try to keep it fairly horizontal. Do it a couple of times to make sure you get to the largest measurement. Now, if you're buying a Bell helmet, look at the Bell helmet size chart. I know this sounds simple and redundant, but if you're looking at the Arrive, look at their size chart. Each one of the helmet manufacturers can vary what they view as a medium measurement just a little bit, so take the time to look at the right size chart. Now, let's say if you land right in the middle of a medium and a large. I do. I measure a little over 58 centimeters. And a lot of helmets, that could put me in a large, could put me in a medium. Now let's talk about fit preference. I prefer my helmet to be snug, very snug. That's how I want it. It keeps it quieter. It keeps it from moving around on my head. And I feel that'll do the best job of protecting me if and when I happen to fall off my motorcycle, right? So I err towards the medium. If you like a little roomier fit and you land in between two sizes, don't be afraid to go up one. And now let's talk about the intangibles. Every one of these brands out there, they can run a little bit different. Some run a little big, some run a little, some are right on. That's where our staff comes into play. Watch the video. If we give you the information that you need in there, great. If not, shoot us an email, orders@sportbiketrackgear.com, or give us a call, 888-784-4327, and ask how a particular helmet model and or brand fits. If they run a little big, we can tell you that. If they run a little small, we can tell you that too, and help you select your next helmet right the first time.